Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch another lovely day in the Ozarks. Even though it's been dry, we've had an unusually dry fall. Late summer into fall was pretty. It's been pretty dry for us. I can't complain about just the weather in general. I mean, it's just been. I don't know if I can get this. See how the skies look? It's been like this for the most part. Like just beautifully clear skies, fairly mild temperatures, slightly above normal for fall here, but honestly, it's not been bad. So I'm not trying to rub it into all of you that have been dealing with either stormy, cold, whatever weather, but it's not been bad here. But it is bad other places, and I'm not just speaking of the weather. So it appears, of course, we don't know the full extent of what's going on, but it appears that Israel is on the verge of making their big attack to Iran. At least that's what the news is saying. I'm just looking. Do I have dirt all over my face? Been over at the fire department. We've been cleaning up trucks and stuff because we've had such a busy week. But anyways, so Israel is apparently on the verge of making their big thing against Iran. I know that's been back and forth, and people have been waiting on that. Israel has done some major strikes today on Beirut. They've been bragging about that, and a lot of news has been talking about that. I guess they issued evacuation orders to several areas in Beirut that they have been striking. But they did say today in the news over in that region that the committee, the council, whatever that's in charge in Israel when it goes to war, has approved Benjamin Netanyahu and the war minister to make the final decision of when they want to go full on against Iran. Donald Trump has said that he thinks that they should strike the nuclear targets in Iran. And it's being reported that he had a conversation with Benjamin Netanyahu, and Benny was asking, basically Donald Trump's opinion and what he thought they should do. And the story is that Donald Trump said, you do whatever you have to do to take care of them. So that's happening. There's also other things going on that I think will all at some point very possibly start to come together. Out west in California, Washington State, a few other areas out west, they have been reporting quite a few human cases of H5N1 bird flu. This is not really caught on much in the news. And maybe nothing will come of it, but we're talking like, a few dozen cases now. Not just the 1, 2, 3 that we were used to there for a while, just a few weeks ago. Now we're talking into like the couple of dozen or so cases that are popping up, and almost daily now we're hearing of a new possible case that's happening. At the same time, in Europe, they are saying that deaths due to COVID, the newest strain of COVID, is up 25%. So that's happening. When you add all this together, among all the other things, I think we do have a recipe for some stuff to happen. Now, it's not that I'm wanting things to happen. It's that we're at a point, and we're so close to an election that's most likely going to be a big debacle. And that's putting it as nice as I can, as G-rated as I can. I can't imagine this thing just going off fine. The numbers I just saw post today, that some statistic, it wasn't a poll necessarily, but some statistic said that Donald Trump has something like a 92% chance of winning enough electoral votes to become president. I honestly think that that's more important, would make me more nervous to hear a number like that than to say if it was a 50-50 race at this point, because it tells me that they're trying to get everyone, okay, he's going to win, and then pull the rug out from under you. I don't know. We all know that something's going to come up, right? We all know that that we haven't gone this far. They haven't put this much dramatic effort into causing the chaos, to pushing us to the brink of war, to destroying the economy, allowing all these illegals in, this far left Marxist agenda for things to just fizzle and go away. I mentioned this morning, but I want to reemphasize that also Xi Jinping has become, it's like he's shifting to being a war leader. You know, I've mentioned before how in recent months he's appeared to be kind of this peacemaker, right? He talks a lot about that. Now there's video of him in military uniform, which is unusual. Not never happened, but it's unusual. And that after this most recent exercise around Taiwan, he's doing a lot of preaching that they've got to be ready for war very quickly, very soon. So that's happening. I know we've talked about this before. I know that there's going to be some people commenting, saying, "Man, this has been." You talk about this often, and there's others that talk about this, that we're on the brink of war. We're on the brink of war. I think that there's multiple things going on, and one of those strategies, psyops strategies, is to drag this out as long as possible. And it's not so much that it's any kind of strategic advantage to either party involved in the war, whether it be, say, Iran or Israel or Russia or Ukraine. I think it's strategically beneficial to the people at the very top, the people that aren't on either side. These are the elites at the top level that's pulling the strings. That they are the puppet masters. They're the ones that's pulling the strings, whether it's Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Benjamin Netanyahu, Xi Jinping, all of them. And I think it's beneficial to them that this drags out, that people get tired of it, that people have time to see how bad things are, and then maybe this bouncing back and forth between we're all going to die to it's normal again, to we are all going to die to it's normal again. And then when things happen, I think it would cause people to be even more of a panic that, oh my goodness, it's finally going on. We really do need these globalist agendas to protect us. You know, that's kind of, and I know I'm probably not explaining that in the best way, but I think that's what we're seeing. And so I know it seems like around every corner, about every couple weeks or every week or so, we're just on the brink of war. Well, the reality is we've been involved in war for a while. There has been an active global war going on for a few years now. It's not been called that. It's not been, anything like that declared. But that's exactly what we've been going through. America is doing its best right now to stay out of being directly involved in these wars, but it's becoming more and more. And at some point, it's very possible that it won't be any longer a proxy war, but we would be directly involved in it. And that's when things will really start heating up for us. When it gets to the point, depending on what Israel does to Iran, and I know I've said this and others have said this, but it's quite possible that we could start seeing more attacks and stuff, or just attacks in general here in the United States. In the last couple of weeks, there's been a few cases in the news where what appears to be Muslim extremists were attempting to do something and were caught before it happens, which is unusual. Usually the government doesn't catch them till after it happens. So if things start to heat up in the next, few days over there in the Middle East, we could certainly start seeing that. Where the economy is showing weaker and weaker signs due to BRICS, due to gold and silver increasing. All of this, when you try to put it all in one big package, it's going to be a rough ride for us. And we have to be ready for that. I know I say that all the time and I'm a broken record. But I do this because I know how you folks are. I know how you are because I'm the same way. And most people are. We're doing what we feel is the best to get ready. we think we've been doing this for a long time. We all say that. I've been doing this for years. I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm in a good place. But then when something happens, or you actually stop and think about it, you realize, oh, wait a minute, I didn't do that. Or wait a minute, there's a kink in the armor there. I missed that. I should have fixed that. I should have prepped there. I should have done that. And that's really where I'm at, is trying to push you folks to do that. If you're a new person, you just started, getting yourselves ready, that's great. Keep doing it. But for the rest of you, I know that most of you are in that kind of that place. You think that you've done the best that you can. I want to encourage you to push yourselves even further. Push yourselves even further. Really, truly examine how things are progressing and how you're going to make it through that. And if you do that, you'll probably find some areas that you can really work on. We all need to be doing this. We all need to be preparing, because it's like we're just on that edge, that little fine edge, I think, of things really starting to pop off. And it could be any day now. I mean, there's less than 3 weeks before an election, so it could be any day. Folks, it's time to get your houses in order and to prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.